Good evening. I hope there's someone there. This is Julian Mount here. I'm a singer, songwriter and musician from St Albans, and this is my live stream concert number 6, believe it or not, or 7 if you count the one I did for the Isolation Arts Cafe recently. And tonight, a very special show for you. It's a special request show. At the end of my live stream concert number 5, I said if anybody has any requests, please feel free to let me have them and I'll do my best next time. Bearing in mind I only do 7 songs in half an hour. And the requests flooded in. Thank you to all of you that sent requests. It meant a lot to me. And for those of you that requested songs that are not mine, your name has gone on a list. And you will be punished. So let's kick off with this one. This song was requested by an anonymous Pete Atkin fan. They wanted to remain anonymous. Pete Atkin wrote the words. The late lamented Clive James. I'm sorry, Pete Atkin wrote the music. The late lamented Clive James wrote the words. And this is one of their most wonderful songs, which I've always wanted to play. It's called Girl on the Train. What did I do yesterday? Well, I'll tell you in brief. 10 quid from the bank, and I got out of town with relief. And slowly but surely, my life came to flower again. Falling head over heels for a beautiful girl on the train. She was reading a book, taking in every word the man wrote. And there, in the margin, she made the occasional note. And I couldn't deduce why she didn't once blink with surprise. As fathom by fathom, I gradually drowned in her eyes. But she kept on the job of improving her single-track brain, ploughing steadily onwards through obsolete Monsieur Verlaine, while no further than 7'6" from her fabulous mouth sat the leading young poetic hope of the whole planet Earth. Well, apart from the chance of a driver accepting a cheque for crashing his loco so I could be brave in the wreck, to boldly encounter this creature was not in my power. And so my heart mended and broke in the course of an hour. Well, at last we pulled in, and as straight as a 3-sided knife, she got up and walked like a princess away from my life. And unless she remembers the day she was reading Verlaine in a second-class coach on her way through the fields in the rain, she won't know it's her that I sing to again and again. again and again. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was Girl on the Train by Pete Atkin and Clive James for an anonymous Pete Atkin fan. Hope you enjoyed that. Well, it's been a funny old week. We've had a couple of really violent storms here today in St Albans. Thunder, lightning, loads of rain, and then it's gone and the sun comes back out. And I'm pleased to say that I remembered to put my Christmas cacti, I have 2 Christmas cacti, outside, they're still outside, so you can have a nice drink and a wash off. And it makes quite a difference. I mean, normally Christmas cactus, my Christmas cacti, they're like that. But after they've been out in the rain, they're like that. They're not like that, they're like that. So it does make a difference, which I'm very, very pleased about. Okay, another request. This next song has been requested by a friend of mine called Stephen Parker. Steve. He started coming to Watford Open Mic on Tuesdays fairly recently. He's a fine singer, and I'm delighted to say that the day after tomorrow, the 19th of June, is his 43rd wedding anniversary. So congratulations, Steve and Sue. That's quite an achievement. 43 years. I only managed 34. So you've got the march on me. And I hope you both really enjoy this song, which coincidentally is called this song. Will you take this love song that I just wrote for you? Will you take this love song? Now I'll play the tune. Will you take this love song and sing it when I'm gone? Will you love it like I loved you? Will you take this song? Will you take this song? Will you take this song? Will you love it like I loved you? Will you take this song? Will you take this love song for all the times that I tried? Will you take this love song for all the times I made you cry? Will you take this love song when all is said and done? Will you love it like I loved you? Will you take this song? Will you take this song? Will you take this song? Will you love it like I loved you? Will you take this song? Will you take this love song sent from me to you? Will you take this love song? The words are overdue. Will you take this love song, pagan and paragon? Will you love it like I loved you? Will you take this song? Will you take this song? Will you take this song? Will you love it like I loved you? Will you take this song? Will you take this love song, or will you get upset? Will you take this love song? You're not easy to forget. Will you take this love song and keep it on the tip of your tongue? Will you love it like I loved you? Will you take this song? Will you take this song? Will you take this song? Will you love it like I loved you? Will you take this song? Will you take this song? Thank you very much. And again, very many congratulations to Steve and Sue for the 19th of June, their 43rd wedding anniversary. Well done. And I did that request as number 2 in this concert because I know Steve's rushing off to the PinFab Zoom meeting. And I won't be offended, don't worry. And it wouldn't do any good if I was offended, because he's still going to go. Marvellous, marvellous stuff. So since we last met in my lockdown concert, I've had my hot water fixed, which has been marvellous. And then I developed a leak in my airing cupboard. And the plumber had to come back, and a problem, the thing was I had a problem with my tun dish. I was leaking from my tun dish, I was. And I must admit, I didn't know I had one of them. But now I'm not leaking from my tun dish, and I'm feeling a lot better. And the airing cupboard has dried out, which is absolutely marvellous. Next request is for another great friend of mine, Kim Olyett. Kim and her husband Martin, who's an excellent singer-songwriter, guitarist and singer, and their daughter Daisy, and their 2 dogs, Tilly and Paddy, who are great friends of mine. I love dogs. Kim requested this song. Again, not one of mine, but I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm actually gin and tonic at the moment. This is a song by one of my favourite songwriters, who I was very privileged to see live in 2014. It was an experience I'll never forget. It was the best concert I've ever been to. This is a song called "Oh England, My Lionheart," written by Kate Bush. Oh England, my Lionheart, I'm in your garden, fading fast in your arms. The soldiers soften, the war is over. The air raid shelters are blooming clover. Flapping umbrellas fill the lanes. My London Bridge in rain again. Oh England, my Lionheart, Peter Pan steals the kids in Kensington Park. You read me Shakespeare on the rolling Thames, that old river poet that never ever ends. Our thumping hearts hold the ravens in and keep the tower from tumbling. Oh England, my Lionheart, oh England, my Lionheart, oh England, my Lionheart, I don't want to go. Oh England, my Lionheart, dropped from my black Spitfire to my funeral barge. Give me one kiss in apple blossom, give me one wish and I'll be wassailing in the orchard, my English rose, or with my shepherd who'll bring me home. Oh England, my Lionheart, oh England, my Lionheart, oh England, my Lionheart, oh England, my Lionheart, oh England, my Lionheart. I don't want to go. Thank you. That was for Kim and Martin and Daisy and the two dogs. And thank you very much for your requests. Thank you all for your requests. And I'm sorry if I didn't get to yours this evening, but I really only have 7 songs in half an hour, and that's pushing it. I know Martin Olyett is a big football fan, and he'll be delighted that football's starting again, albeit without an audience in the stadium. And I was watching the news channel just before I came on tonight, and it said that all the players trooped out onto the pitch with disinfected balls. Now, I don't know what you think about that. I think that's a bit extreme. But I suppose, you know, better safe than sorry. Next request, moving swiftly on. Another one of my songs. Oh, good. This song is for another friend of mine. They're all friends, actually, but why not? This is a song for Matt Blackpaint, who requested this one, and for Sandra Hayward as well, and all the kittens. And Matt's a great guy. He helps me out doing the sound for Watford Open Mic in happier times, when Watford Open Mic happens on Tuesday nights at the Pump House. And he's made himself so invaluable I really couldn't get on without him. So thank you, Matt, for everything you do for Watford Open Mic. And this is the song you requested, which was inspired by a walk I did from this very house up the lane towards Redbourne. And I got halfway along, looked to my right across the fields, and I saw a whole load of seagulls. I saw some seagulls in a field, 60 miles inland. Why they were so far from the coast, I couldn't understand. Soaring, swooping, calling out the way that seagulls do. One landed, looked my way, and then off again she flew. Dipping one toe in the ocean's not the same as putting to sea. I've never known much about seagulls, and they don't know about me. The other birds they kept clear, 60 miles inland, like they knew that was best to do, with seagulls close at hand. I've never been a sea captain or served in the Queen's Navy. I've never been part of a captain's crew singing sea shanties. Dipping one toe in the ocean's not the same as putting to sea. I've never known much about seagulls, and they don't know about me. I've never felt the ocean's anger, never heard the storm. And I've never sailed the 7 seas since the day that I was born. Sailing ships on long sea trips out of sight of land, and seagulls 60 miles from the coast I'll never understand. Dipping one toe in the ocean's not the same as putting to sea. I've never known much about seagulls, and they don't know about me. Why seagulls fly quite so far inland, a choir singing seagull songs far from the sea and sand, soaring, swooping, calling out the way that seagulls do. It's a lie to sigh that seagulls cry when they sing sea songs to you. Dipping one toe in the ocean's not the same as putting to sea. I've never known much about seagulls and they don't know about me. Dipping one toe in the ocean's not the same as putting to sea. I've never known much about seagulls, sailing ships or people. I've never known much about seagulls and they don't know about me. Thank you. Seagulls. That was called Seagulls for Matt Blackpaint. Thank you very much, Matt, for requesting that one. You'll notice at the top of this video on Facebook is a donate link. If you'd like to donate, please feel free. Absolutely non-obligatory. Admission to these concerts is completely free, but if you'd like to donate, that's great. And if you'd like a copy of one of my albums, The Invisible Man is £5 and Unsung Lies is £10. I know I say this every time, but why not? Unsung Lies has got quite a story behind it, and you can see the story of Unsung Lies on my YouTube channel, which is called Julian Music. While you're there, please subscribe. And there was a launch event in February for the album, Before the World Went Mad, and during that event I tell you the whole story of the album, which dates back to 1973, although there are some bonus tracks on it, one of which is Seagulls, actually. I'm good at these links, aren't I? Fantastic. Next request, another friend of mine, and a great asset to the Chesham Folk Club, a guy called Ray Butler. And Ray's been very complimentary about these live stream concerts I've been doing, both privately, directly to me, but also in public. He was kind enough to say that he's also been watching Richard Thompson's live stream concerts, but he feels that it's a better picture, better sound and more entertainment value with my concerts, which is incredibly nice to hear. I'm not sure I quite believe it, but wow, thank you very much. It's a fantastic piece of feedback. And good old Ray requested this song, which is a new song actually, and was inspired by a Facebook friend of mine who shall remain nameless. But she actually has a cupboard in which she keeps all her broken things. And I thought, what a fantastic idea for a song. And this song was inspired by that. It's called Broken Things, and this is for Ray Butler and his lovely wife Lorraine as well, of course. Hang on, let's get the rhythm right, shall we? In my cabinet of broken things, there's a wedding ring that I don't wear, and a charger for a phone that I used to use to call you when you weren't home. A pair of mono headphones without a plug, 2 horseshoes someone gave me to bring me luck, 3 balls of string and a song I used to sing in my cabinet of broken things. In my cabinet of broken things, there's a blue notebook I never read. Names of friends forgotten, numbers and addresses I won't ever need. a picture of a dog who used to make me laugh, a china egg and a donkey made of brass, an old tobacco tin and a pair of angel's wings in my cabinet of broken things. You can't throw away those memories that want to stay. Even broken things may be useful one day. Sellotape and glue, nails or screws can't mend things that happen to you. In my cabinet of broken things, a trophy stands alone upon a shelf, reminding me of times and rhymes and how sometimes I still surprise myself. A bishop and a knight from an old chess set, an invite to a party that I'd rather forget, a pack of cards missing all the queens and kings in my cabinet of broken things. In my cabinet of broken things, some 4 coins from foreign lands I'll never spend, Valentine and birthday cards never use, I know I'll never send. An empty hourglass which has no sand, an old candle without a candle stand. All these things along with all my hopes and dreams in my cabinet of broken things. In my cabinet of broken things. You can't throw away those memories that want to stay. Even broken things may be useful one day. Sellotape and glue, nails or screws can't mend things that happen to you. Thank you very much. Broken Things, that was one of my songs for Ray Butler. Thank you very much. Okay, a couple more left to do. This next song is again one of mine. And this is for my great friend Linda Birmingham, who really likes this one, and I really like it too, so thank you Linda for requesting this. Linda tends to like songs from the heart, and this one certainly is. In my life, which is quite a long time now, I've had lots of crazy occupations, both in and out of performance, and one of them was as a stage magician. And this song, which is called Waiting for a Rainbow, tells the story of that particular job. I got my first magic set when I was just 6 years old, a present from my mum and dad when I lived at home. On the lid a man in black, wearing a magician's cape, gazing at a white rabbit appearing from his hat. History and geography, chemistry and physics, literature and poetry were all mysteries to me. I spent all my school days gazing out the window, waiting for a rainbow to carry me away. Visiting some magic shops. When I was older, I learned to call them magic drops instead of magic tricks. Meeting old magicians who added to the mystery, developing my mastery through constant repetition. History and geography, chemistry and physics, literature and poetry were all mysteries to me. I spent all my teenage years gazing out the window, waiting for a rainbow to carry me away. Standing then upon a stage, a magic man, my full-time trade, making things disappear before your very eyes. Good at keeping secrets of magic and of mystery, not revealing trickery, maintaining the disguise. History and geography, chemistry and physics, literature and poetry were all mysteries to me. I spent all my adult life gazing out the window, waiting for a rainbow to carry me away. Now I am alone, an old magician with memories. No one believes in magic or mystery anymore. Gazing at a white rabbit appearing from my old top hat, waiting for a rainbow to carry me away. History and geography, chemistry and physics, literature and poetry are still mysteries to me. I spend all my time now gazing out the window, waiting for a rainbow to carry me away. I'm waiting for a rainbow to carry me away. Thank you. That was called Waiting for a Rainbow, dedicated to Linda Birmingham. Now, a couple of things to tell you before I play the last piece. What have I got to tell you? Can't remember. Luckily I've got it written down though. First of all, yes, all my previous live stream concerts, there's been 5 of them. This is the 6th, and then there was a 7th, which I did for the Isolation Arts Cafe. They're all on my YouTube channel, which is called Julian Mount Music. So if you've missed any of them, please go over to my YouTube channel where you'll find all those concerts. You'll also find a behind the scenes video of the tech behind them, because a lot of people have asked. And while you're there, please subscribe. I've got 50 subscribers at the moment. I need another 50, then I can call the YouTube channel whatever I want. I think I'll probably call it Henry. Anyway, I've got a way to go before I get there. So my YouTube channel, remember, is Julian Mount Music. And after an hour or two, this concert will be on YouTube as well, for anyone that missed it. Thank you so much for all your requests. It's meant an awful lot to me. I only casually mentioned during the last concert, if you've got any requests, would you like to send them in? And before the concert ended, I had them all. So I was delighted by that, I really was. Thank you all so much. And it's been a bit different for me, because you requested some really nice songs. You haven't requested the ones I thought you would, which is quite fascinating for me as the songwriter actually. But nonetheless, I think it was a good set. And so we come on to my last piece this evening. And I have to say, this piece has been requested by an incredible amount of people. I'm not quite sure why, but this isn't one of my songs. This is a piece by a composer called John Cage, and the piece is called 4 minutes 33 seconds, and it starts now. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was my final piece for this evening by John Cage called 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Now I have something to tell you just before I go. I've been doing these live stream concerts every 2 weeks. That's going to change now. Instead I'm going to be doing one every month. So the next one is on Wednesday the 15th of July. I will of course remind you, I'll issue a Facebook event and badger you all incessantly about it. But the next live stream concert will be Wednesday the 15th of July. You know what I'm going to say now, don't you? Stay safe, look after yourselves, and see you next time. Thanks for watching everyone. Bye for now. Thank you.